Morning biscuits! It's cruise day! And I actually feel really good today because not only did I get to bed early, but I actually slept in a little bit to the point where I'm kind of in trouble and I gotta rush. We are getting on the Carnival Radiance today. Yeah! Again, as per usual, I have no idea what to expect. I've done no research. I don't know what the ship looks like. I don't know what amenities it has. I don't know what shows it has. I know literally nothing, which sometimes works out into my benefit and sometimes does not. But I digress, my dears. So our boarding time today, it is currently 9:11. Our boarding time window begins at 11. I'm running late because I have to go to the CVS or the Walgreens. I have to pick up a few things. Does anybody else leave their razor in the bathroom, in the shower, in every place that they stay? I lose more razors. I can't get into that because we got to get going. I got to go to the CVS. I'm more or less packed and ready to go. And then I have to I'm in Anaheim right now. I've been at Disneyland for the last week. And then we're going to be heading over to the Long Beach terminal. And after going on the Firenze, I'm a little bit stressed out because Long Beach terminal, wow, was it not moving fast, and wow, were there a lot of people. So I'm hoping with an earlier boarding time, because before it was the afternoon, that maybe I might have a little bit more luck, but we're just gonna have to wait to see. But for now, I'm so excited. The Firenze was an unbelievable ship, and I had the best time. I'm so excited for the Radiance and to see everything that it has to offer and to get to take you along. But for now, let's get out of bed, let's get to stepping, let's get some things done, and let's get there! Okay, I will see you somewhere, dears. Yes, I'm gonna take you to CVS. Let's go, bye.
Come enjoy a stroll down one of the loudest roads I have ever experienced in my entire life, Harbor Boulevard in Anaheim, California. I was just staying at the Anaheim Carriage, and it was nice. It was nice, especially for the price during spring break time right now. I will take it. My goodness, is it loud. I have not had, no, in Florida, when I went to the Bahamas, the weather was fine. But I have yet to have genuinely really, really warm weather on a cruise. Cabo was actually pretty nice when I was there. So I'm excited to have hopefully some time to be able to actually lie out on the deck and maybe go in a pool. I've yet to actually step foot into a cruise pool. I have not done that. Maybe that will be today. But also, I just have to say that at the beginning of this year, it was not on my bingo card that I would be necessarily on all of these cruises. This is going to be my fifth cruise, I think, on the year. I do have a sixth to book, surprise, but not till later this year. It was a deal that if you book further out and plan ahead, which I don't usually do. I usually do things right in the moment. It's like a pinch me moment, I have wanted to do theme park adventure content and travel since I was a kid. And so to actually have taken the step and to make it a reality, it feels surreal in so many ways, and I'm very, very grateful. And I, quite honestly, did not expect to enjoy cruising as much as I do. I really like it a lot. Yes, I did get sick on one. I did, after the fact, but I really enjoy it from a multitude of different perspectives. There are so many beneficial things to cruises, and then also just disconnecting and slowing down. It's especially when we go on vacations nowadays, everything feels so rushed. It feels so hectic and chaotic. So to be able to quite literally disconnect and slow down, it is very, very nice, and I've grown to enjoy it a lot. So hopefully a transatlantic or a very long cruise, maybe even the Panama Canal, something like that. Yes, I need to get some more Palmer's. The Palmer's lotion, that is my go-to. It is my saving grace, especially in the cooler, drier weather temperatures. My skin quite literally rebels, and Palmer's is the way, if you know, you know. So I need a razor, and I need some Palmer's, and that's it. Walking a mile in each direction to make it happen, but you know what? Sometimes you do what you gotta do. Oh, and biscuits, while I have you here, one of the things that I have grown to love about social media as somebody that did not grow up with it at all. I literally watched the internet be born. AIM was the time of my life. Some of my best weekends ever were just sitting on AIM talking to my friends. My handle was Secret Deja Vu, which is a name that would work in many adult entertainment circles, I think, very, very popularly. One of the things I love is that information that you can receive and just the things that you can learn. If you have, I want to hear about all of your favorite cruises, your cruise lines, your favorite ships, just because again, I'm very much learning. I'm very much new to the world of cruising, and I know just how big the world is, whether that's a short cruise, transatlantic, a longer itinerary. I want to know it all. So let me know your favorites down in the comments, maybe even your least favorites. Let's discuss, and I cannot wait to hear what y'all think. All right, we have made it into the CVS, and even though things are so wonderfully labeled as to where they are, I can still never find them. Oh my gosh, I'm in the right section, slay. Okay, oh, but then everything is behind a glass, so you have to ring for customer service, but we are gonna pick up Harry's. I used to be Gillette for the longest time, and then I discovered Harry's. Harry's is like it. I love the Harry's product. So we're gonna pick up that, pick up Palmer's, and then we are out. We gotta go. All right, razors acquired. Now we have to find the Palmer's. Lotion, deodorant. I have enough deodorant, but I always find myself wanting more. I actually would love some mouthwash, so I might grab that too. Hand and body lotion, got it. Okay, I am telling you, she is that girl. This is it. This even has like a little Brazilian cocoa cream. I actually do have that at home. This is my go-to always and forever, especially in the colder season. It is the best. I am obsessed, and it is coming with me. And bag and items secured. We are good to go. We are now starting the 1 mile walk back to the hotel. But while we're walking, y'all, so I learned these things very quickly on my first cruise, very quickly within day one. The cruise pros out there, you already know this, and I'm still probably missing things. So if that is the case, please let me know in the comments, what are other go-tos that you need to know for embarkation day and being on a cruise as a whole? But number one, I'm gonna start with bring cash. I very rarely have cash on me, very, very rarely, but like I always try to have a little bit, but especially for embarkation day, you never know who you're gonna meet along the way that might go a little extra and help you out a little bit more. Like the porters at the beginning that grab your bags and get them where they need to be. You never know who you're going to encounter in order to give them just a little bit more of a gift. Yes, we pay for gratuities up front, etc., but always have cash on you. You never know when you might need it. Number two, have a water bottle, have a thermos, have something with you so you are not having to make constant trips to the refreshment stands, whether that's for water or lemonade or coffee or iced tea, etc. Have a water bottle or a thermos. I have like this big sparkly Starbucks thermos that I use, and I fill that up quite regularly. Every time I feel like I'm walking by, I will just fill that up, and I keep it on me pretty much at all times. So make sure you have something to be able to utilize that system without having to like fill up a bunch of cups and make a bunch of trips back and forth, as much fun as it is to get your steps in there. Number three, especially since it's a nice day today. I know the sun is behind us, but this is the line right now for the Toy Story lot of people to get in. It is going to be insane at the parks today. I am so glad that I am not there. It's a nice day today. So I am going to be wearing, or have in my carry-on bag, I'm going to have swim trunks, because the first thing that I like to do when I get onto the ship is explore. You can't go to your room right away. You have, I think my last cruise on the Firenze, I was able to get into the room until after 1:30. So you have so much time to be able to go explore the ship and just kind of get your bearings a little bit before you get underway. So I'm gonna have swim trunks with me in my carry-on. So if the weather is nice and I feel like I have enough time, that I can go enjoy the outdoor, the adults, the Serenity area. I can lay out, maybe go into one of the hot tubs. I'm gonna be prepared to do that. So have swimwear with you, then also go to the ship hungry. In most cases, at least in my experience, the second you get on the ship, food is available. Go to the ship hungry. Have some snacks in the morning, have a breakfast. Don't break your routine by any means, but like, do I recommend going to the ship after just having like a huge meal? No, because you're about to be surrounded by a bunch of food that you've already paid for. And if the food is anything like the Firenze, it is really good food. So those are like my 4 big things as I'm going to embarkation day that I have learned. But again, if you have any extras, please let me know, because again, student, learning process. And poof, we're back. It is just after 9:40. I want to be able to get to the cruise port early, so I am going to throw all of my things together, and hopefully in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to grab, or at least order a lift and get over to the cruise port, because I'm curious to see. I know that there are going to be people there very early. I wouldn't be surprised if there were people there already. And you know what? That's okay. I love that journey for them. But I do want to see what the vibe is like if I do get there, let's say 30 minutes early. And if that helps expedite getting on the ship any quicker for that 11 a.m. time. Oh, also oh no. This is gonna be the third time that y'all, print out your boarding documents. Print out your boarding documents. It's so hard for me to do when I'm on the road. Have your documents, have your passport, be prepared to go. Even if you don't see them, if you don't have them, there are people that will help you and be able to print them out for you. But just to make things easier and more expedited, make sure to print out those documents, which I did not do. All right, we are back. Oh, gotta lift up. All right, we're back in the room. I'm gonna throw my things together. Believe it or not, this is good to go. I just gotta close it. And then the next time you see us, we are probably gonna be at the cruise port, but I say that, and then you'll probably see me in the next 2 seconds, probably still in the same room. But let's get to the cruise. Okay, bye. Biscuits. We made it! And I have to thank my friends here again that have made this process so seamless. We are already here, and I got to spend some time with them, which is great, and I got to chat with them. It is only 11:20, and we are about to board the Carnival Radiance. I could not be more excited. First stop is gonna be food, Biscuits. Let's go, let's get on, and let's explore the ship. And this is where it would have paid to do a little bit more research on my part. So the Radiance is going to be the smallest of the three that come out of here. So you're going to have the Radiance being the smallest, and then you're going to have Firenze, and then you're going to have the Panorama. So the Panorama is going to have to be our next cruise. We are at the end of the gangway, and now for what's become my favorite part, which is walking onto these ships for the very first time and getting to see it and take it all in. Here we go. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. This is so different than the Firenze. I'm loving kind of like this aqua Tiffany blue. All right, y'all, I'll give you a look. Take a look once I get up here to the top of the stairs. This, again, is such a gorgeous entry and bar area. And then right behind me is going to be Java Blue. You already know that I'm going to be there most likely daily. I have to get my espresso, but first things first, Biscuits, we are on the ship. Yeah! And we are headed to where? Correct, our muster station. We're muster station E, and then I believe we just have to go straight here, he said, into the theater, and then we're going to take care of what is this? Y'all, look at this, the liquid lounge. I want to go into the liquid lounge. This looks insane. Okay, let's take a little, this is, I'm ready, how are you? This is, oh, so this is the theater. Okay, so this is exactly where we are supposed to go. So cool. Here's gonna be the bar at the back of the theater. It's so beautiful. And then this theater in here is actually very different than Firenze. It definitely feels smaller. There's a lot of on-floor seating, which isn't necessarily great, especially further in the back. So we are gonna have to plan to get here early, but I think my go-to seating is gonna be towards the front in the balcony area over here. I think that's gonna be the best. And just like that, in and out, muster, done. We are heading to the Lido deck because what did I do? Correct. I came onto the ship hungry. So we are headed to the Lido deck. We are gonna get some food. We're gonna explore along the way, and we'll just kind of see what there is to offer. For example, right up here is going to be the casino area. So the casino, you know what? We gotta get our steps in, y'all. So we are just gonna go up here and give it a little look-see. It does also appear that there is going to be more shopping options up here as well. But then, yeah, we're gonna have the Radiance Casino right here. I think I'm actually gonna give it a little walkthrough, especially while there's nobody here yet. Oh, wow. Okay, honestly, of all the casinos I have seen so far, this one might have my favorite layout. I feel like it's very spacious, but it's also really, really large at the same time. Yeah, this is a great layout. And then right over here is going to be that bar area as well. Oh, we got tennis on the TV. Hey! Yeah, this is a great space. I did also see that the Limelight Lounge was right over here. That is where some of the comedy shows were on the Firenze, so I'm assuming that's gonna be the same. Okay, so then we got some restaurants here. So we've got the Bonsai Sushi here again. The Alchemy Bar is gonna be over here as well. Oh, so the Bonsai Sushi area is significantly smaller. It doesn't look like a full service and scale restaurant here. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, how are you? Good. And then over here, we're gonna, oh, this is darling. We have the Red Frog Pub. I'm gonna give you all another look at that. And then here is also going to be Piano Bar 88. So this is a very, very neat area. Here is another perspective of the Red Frog Pub. And they are gonna be having some entertainment here. And then if I pan a little bit further, here is gonna be the Piano Bar 88. And then right over here is going to be the Alchemy Bar. And on the Firenze, this is where they did the LGBTQ meetup. So maybe I will make it, especially if they're doing it tonight. Okay, I know I'm going in the right direction. I can smell the food. Second of all, I'm living for this color scheme between the aqua and the gold and the copper and the neutral tones. This is beautiful.
Welcome aboard the beautiful Carnival Radiance.
Same sis, I just said it's beautiful.
Important announcement can be found on decks 3 and 4. Thank you for your kind attention.
So we made it to the Lido deck. And then here is going to be, it looks like the main pool area here on the aft. And that is that one or two? I think that's 2 hot tubs over there. And then we are gonna have the bar and pizza over to our right. And then over here, is this gonna be Shaq's? Oh, this is gonna be the chicken. So this is where we're gonna be getting food first. All right, y'all. This is where I heard big chicken. This is where I heard that this is some people's favorite. So we're gonna get in line. Here's going to be a look at the menu of what they offer here, and honestly, I am so excited. I think we're going to start with the Uncle Jerome Nashville Hot Chicken. I am so ready. Here is the Uncle Jerome. It's a Nashville Hot Chicken with fries. I got some Shaq sauce on the side. I think this is going to be really, really good. French fry first. It just came out of the fryer. A little bit of salt and pepper. Great fry and crunch on the outside. Lovely texture on the inside. Very, very good fry. Yeah, let's go in on the Shaq sauce. I've never had it. It looks like kind of like a animal style sauce. It looks like maybe like a cane sauce. It's, if I had to guess, like ketchup, mustard, vinegary, peppery, maybe a little smoky. Here we go. It's exactly that. It kind of reads like a cane sauce, more on the peppery side, which I really, really enjoy. Yeah, I'm here for it. No, ma'am, I am not the one. Today is not the day. We are not doing this today. You are going to have to go on somewhere else. Keep on stepping, biscuit. Thank you. Nashville hot chicken. Here we go. When it comes right out of the fryer and onto your plate, it makes a huge difference. Is it that hot? No, it's not. They did drizzle the sauce on it. It's really not too spicy. If anything, it just gives like a little bit of fire and heat behind it, and I really like that savory flavor. But this is delicious. The breading, the fry is perfect. The inside, it's not overcooked. It's nice and tender. And then the addition of the mayo and the pickles, it's simple. It's perfect. The bun is delicious. Yeah, I'm going to be having this quite a bit. I'm going to add some Shaq sauce, but for now, I'm going to give this a solid, like, I'm going to say like 8.3 out of 10. We're going Shaq sauce. Going to give her a nice little Dunkaroo. Here we go. That extra pepper from the Shaq sauce and that hint of sweetness. Yeah, I'm here for that. This is so good. While this could not have been a more solid start, right over here to my left is a little place called the Pig and Anchor, and it looks like they have some barbecue sauce, so I mean, like, we might as well go try it. It's what he says, it's right here, and there's no line. Here's going to be a look at the menu for Pig and Anchor. You got meats, you have different sides. Okay, I'm really excited about this as well. Thank you. I mean, come on. So obviously we've got the Guy Fieri barbecue sauce, we've got coleslaw, mac and cheese, collard greens with turkey,
And then we've got some smoked andouille sausage, and then we've got some beef there as well. I think this is gonna be insane too. I always start with what I think is going to be like my least favorite of the best, and then like the best of the best. So we're gonna start with the coleslaw. Here we go. Okay. Okay, Queen Mary. Okay, sis. Wow, that was quite the horn you got there. My goodness. Yeah, look, it's not bad. It's not bad. Crunchy, little on the sweet side. It tastes fresh. Not bad today. Not my favorite. I like coleslaw to be a little bit more on the savory side, not so much the sweet side, but it's good. Collard greens with the turkey. It's solid. It's still a little bit crunchy. I'm gonna need to add just like a pinch more salt, but it is a little more on the savory side with the turkey. It's pretty solid. Not my favorite collard greens I've ever had, but I would get these again. I put barbecue sauce on literally everything that I can, but we're gonna try this first bite of the mac and cheese without the barbecue sauce. Here we go. Oh, it's almost giving like a white cheddar, maybe almost a Gouda. There's like a little bit of spice in here that's actually probably coming from the andouille sausage. I'm not mad at that. However, it's a little too runny. It's a little too runny for my taste. I really like it to be dense and rich and creamy with the cheese. This is gonna be a runnier mac and cheese. The flavor's still pretty good. I would add a pinch more salt. The barbecue sauce is gonna help, but like all in all, it's fine. Going in on the brisket, but first without the barbecue sauce. It's good. It's good. I got a fatty piece. I think if y'all have watched, I love a fatty piece. Really, really enjoy that. Texturally, it's a little on the tough side. It almost kind of has like a grainy quality, like maybe it's been overcooked a little bit. The flavor is great. I'm gonna throw some barbecue sauce on it, but overall, really not too bad. We're going in with the barbecue sauce now. Interesting. That piece was actually definitely we're slaying it right now, y'all. The piece was better. It didn't have much of a grainy quality to it, as if it was like overcooked or a little bit dry. The barbecue sauce just gives it a little bit of sweetness. I did not go with the sriracha barbecue sauce. I went with like the Kansas City, so it's going to be a little bit sweeter with the earthiness of the meat, and then just like the sweetness, and it's really tender as well. That piece that I had, and then the sweetness of the barbecue sauce. Okay, yeah, I'm into it now, y'all. I just got a little preview just by the way of the juices as to what this spicy sausage, the spicy andouille sausage is. And dare I say, if it tastes like what I just tasted, this might shockingly be one of the spiciest andouille sausages I've ever had. So we're gonna mildly tread with caution, but one bite, here we go. Very good. Wait for it. You gotta wait for it. She sneaks in there, but honestly, it's really good. If you are heat averse, avoid. But if you like, a decent amount of heat, go in on this. You're really gonna enjoy it. So this is gonna be an activities area. The ropes course here is significantly smaller than Firenze, as is the basketball court. It's just gonna be a half court here, but still they've got some bags here too. And let's continue down the ship to see what else they have. I did see some water slides over here. This is also gonna be the walking track, and then a really spacious deck area here too. Up here, we're gonna have a mini golf course. This was really, really cute. And it looks like it goes all the way around. I'm gonna say that there's at least 9 holes here. This is awesome. And then here's not only gonna be a look at the main pool area and deck with bars on each side, but then here's gonna be the water slides and more seating as well. A little bit of a splash pad. This is honestly a really great space. I love how open it is.
I am by no means a betting person. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is gonna be where Sail Away is, which is gonna be so fantastic. Unlike the Firenze, which was inside, still a great Sail Away, just a totally different vibe. And you already know, we have to get up and check out the Serenity area. I didn't get to spend too much time in it at the Firenze, but so I'm hoping that that's a little bit different, especially on our day in Ensenana. Oh, and it is so quiet up here right now. I'm genuinely tempted to get my swim trunks in and to get into the whirlpool because there's nobody here right now and it's so quiet. Then there's also going to be this upstairs section here. I don't know if it's because of the 2 tiers or whatnot, but this does feel a little bit smaller than the Firenze area. I know the ship as a whole is smaller, but still, I think in terms of like if there's high volume in here, I think it's going to be a pretty difficult spot to find some space. But I'm sure that the Serenity area is on the opposite side of the ship as well. Oh, okay, so it does have direct wraparound. So there's going to be some seating here, which is really nice to see. And then it's going to be, let's see if there's more seating over on this side. Okay, then there is some more seating on this side, but still, especially if it gets really, really crowded over here, this is going to be like an early rise and like claim your space, because I can see this filling up very, very quickly. Also up here, you're going to have your entrances to the water slides. We've got the Twister, and then what appears to be the more popular of the two, the Aqua Tunnel. Well, Biscuits, right before I was about to show you the gym and the spa area, my phone hit storage capacity again. However, I have cleared some space, backed some things up, and now we're back just in time to go into our room. So that's going to have to wait. Let's do a cabin tour. And unlike the first two cruises, Biscuits, I am well versed on where I am going at all times now, so we are not getting lost today. Moment of truth. Here we go.
Can I open the door?
Oh! Oh! I was expecting it to look very similar to the Firenze, just in terms of layout, but it's different. I love it! Now! Rewind. Forgot to say it. Forgot to say the thing. Hold on. Let's do that again. Pretend like you saw nothing. Say it with me! Into the room where none of the magic happens. This is gonna be the desk in the vanity area, and then a really nice sized TV. And then also, yo, this is the shirt that I got. I know you haven't been able to see it on, but this was the shirt that I got on the Firenze. Love it, soft, love the fit, love how it kind of tapers up and down here. I'm obsessed with it. And also, this is great. A little bit of storage up there in the corners. This is lovely. The first closet door right here is going to be the hangers as well as a mini refrigerator. Second is going to be the hangers as well, another rack, and then okay, we gotta just get in here. Okay, can we open this a little bit more? There. Oh, wow. Just always doing things the harder way, aren't I? Hey, where are you going? Full length mirror. And then over here, you're gonna have your cubby spaces, the safe, as well as the life vests. And now, for the moment of truth with the restroom, here we go. Oh, see, this is great. This is going to be just fine, and I love the blue color. The sink area is very large. Plenty of room for my full-size water pick. You're going to have shelving on each of the sides, a nice-sized mirror. This is great. And while I have you here, there is no better time to show you that the shower is Tall Biscuit approved. I fit no problem. There's a few inches between me and the shower head. Perfect. The toilet, Tall Biscuit approved. Let's go. It is time for none other than the bed test. Here we go. Oh, it is so soft. Like in a really comfortable way. Like if I just stayed here a little bit longer and kept my eyes closed, I would be asleep in probably the next 2.5 minutes. But also in a way that my back is not going to be thrilled. I love a soft cloud-like bed. My back does not. So while I am going to sleep well, I am very much going to be pushing myself with both hands out of bed every single morning. But that's okay. It's still a nice king-size bed. I mean, it's they do a great job making it not seem like it's two twin beds pushed together. Like, you really can't feel that much of a split in the middle. Yeah, this is going to be really comfortable. And I also love the fact that there are 6 pillows. I love to cuddle with a pillow. Hashtag single, we already know this. So I love that there are 6. I have yet to stay in one cruise room that has been claustrophobic or uncomfortable. That was my biggest concern with the interior rooms especially, that it was gonna feel very cramped and very small. And honestly, I'm very impressed. From the Conquest to the Liberty of the Seas to the Virgin Valiant Lady, that was a different set of circumstances, to the Firenze, and now here to the Radiance. I've been very happy with these rooms and very comfortable. Again, I'm almost 6'3", my dear, so claustrophobia is very much a thing for me in smaller spaces, especially like I thought I was going to be bothered by not having a window. Not bothered at all. I love the darkness, and I also sleep with something on or in my ear, so that also provides a little bit of light too. But Love this room, very comfortable. We're gonna get a lot of great night's sleep here, and then also we're not gonna be here that much because we're gonna be gallivanting about the ship. Speaking of, we've got more things to see. Let's get back outside. Here is going to be the main buffet area, and you know, I don't mind this layout. I like that there are self-service areas in the middle here, but I'm curious to see just how congested this is gonna get, especially during peak hours. Am I hungry? No. Did I get more food? Absolutely. Very well balanced here. We've got some fruit, we have some pepper and onions, roast beef, and then we are starting on the desserts. It's like a funfetti cheesecake and an elderflower vanilla cake, which I'm really excited about. Starting with the steak first. It's very good. It's a little tough. I like the sauce. The sauce it's almost a little gravy-like, but kind of like on the sweet side. It almost is giving me kind of like a bisque. And then the onions are a nice touch. Not bad. Now for the roast beef. It's really good flavor. It's quite rich, actually. I love the little pieces with the fat. The flavor of the meat itself, the cook on it, with that little bit of fat, it's really, really nice. Would for sure have it again. First dessert of the trip. It's like a vanilla cake with some pretty dense looking frosting and colorful sprinkles. Let's go. Oh, it's like a cheesecake on cake. This is really, really good. Yeah, I'll be having that again several more times. Wow. Dessert number 2. I really want to love this. It's an elderflower vanilla cake. One bite. Here we go. I mean, I would try it again, but the first cake is definitely better. This one's a little on the dry side, a little dry, and the elderflower is very faint, but the cream itself, the topping, is really, really rich. It's nice and smooth. The butter definitely comes through. It's very, very buttery in the best of ways. I wish the cake was a little bit more moist, but aside from that, it's good. So I just came up to the spa to see the gym area. Y'all, take a look. This is easily the nicest gym area that I have seen on any ship that I have been on yet. Wow! Expansive, tons of machinery. We've got a free weight area down here with a rack of weights. And then this is kind of going to be the trend for a lot of the ships. There's only one cable machine. There's going to be a rack somewhere. I just don't see it in this area. We're going to have to go down and explore it a little bit more, but pretty amazing. Here's another look at the free weight area in addition to the rack over there. Oh, that is not the rack. I meant the cable machine. My goodness. I've been around the entirety of the gym now. There is actually not a weight rack, which for me is perfectly fine. That is not something I use. The machines are going to be great in addition to all of the cardio options that we have. So this is perfect for me. And then I haven't seen the salon areas yet on board the ship. This is beautiful. We are about 20 minutes away from the sail away party.
Welcome to the sail away party. Right here on the Lido deck. Can I do one more? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Put your hands together for the cruise director,
Hello, everyone who is ready to have the best vacation ever. Well, my name is Leah. I'm your cruise director, and welcome to your sail away party. And let me hear you make some noise. First, we have your amazing playlist performers. They'll be singing for you, kicking for you all cruise long. Let's give them some space out there. Followed by our amazing youth team, Camp Ocean, Club O2, Circle C. They're going to be taking care of your kids all cruise long. Okay, you got those moves. Cat, I see it. But you clap. You say, oh yeah.
And just like that, we are on our way. On the Firenze, I actually, since everything was happening inside, I couldn't even process that we were actually starting to physically sail away. So I missed this view the last time on the Firenze. So I had to leave sail away just a little bit early. They were on their last song just to see us leave the beautiful Long Beach terminal. But we'll be back in 4 days. Now, Biscuits, I want to preface this with, this is not a final answer. This is just merely an observation of my time that I have been on the ship so far, the Carnival Radiance. So, as you just saw, we were just at the sail away party. I grabbed some more food because I was hungry. And then I had a moment where I just felt completely, honestly, for the first time, I felt a little overwhelmed on the ship. It's really crowded everywhere you go. I don't know if that's because, there's still this influx of people that were finding their rooms and not at their room yet and on the Lido deck and getting food, and everybody was there for the sail away party. But even when I first got on the ship at 11:30 and I was, I think one of the earlier people to get on, even then, it was already crowded. Like, getting through the pathways was difficult, especially in the food courts. So I ended up coming to the room, and I have just been nesting. Oh, we're about to get an announcement. And mostly just to rest, but then also, I'm gonna wait for this to finish, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so all this to say is that I ended up coming to the room just to kind of seek a little refuge and get away from the crowds, especially while it was just so heavily populated up on the popular floors. And then this is also a cruise that I don't have, I have anytime dining, but on the Radiance here, you have to make a reservation. So right now I just checked, and it would take about 40 to 50 minutes to get called back, which really isn't that bad. There are plenty of things that I could do, and I could always go grab a little amuse bouche. I love that word on the Lido deck before to tide me over. So waiting is not a big deal because you can just go grab food somewhere else and then go to your reservation. But that is going to be my concern for this trip. It's that it is going to be congested everywhere all the time. So my next plan of attack is I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm just going to do maybe a little cardio and just move some weight around and just kind of get that out. And then I'm going to go on a little exploration to see if I can find some quieter little nooks and crannies on the ship, perhaps on some of the lower decks and whatnot, just to see what else there is to offer that I haven't seen yet. So we will see you in a little bit. Here's the thermal area of the spot, and I'm telling you, if I were to lay down, I would not be getting back up. There is an infrared sauna. These are so good for detox. There's also an aroma steam room, one of my favorites. Some really great spa amenities on board. So I kind of have to hurry because I thought the ship show was at 10 o'clock. It's at 9:30, and that is in 15 minutes. I had to stop and get this chocolate mousse, and I don't know what this amount of chocolate is, but I think it's going to be delicious. First, this chocolate mousse that also I think has some vanilla cream. Biscuits, I'm in trouble. That is delicious. It is everything that I like. It's dark, it's rich, it's light and fluffy. That is a 10 out of 10. I am going to be eating that the entire cruise. All right, here it goes. This underbaked cake brownie that I covered in chocolate sauce. I don't know what this is, but I think I'm going to love it. Here we go. How can you go wrong with that? Wow. It's rich, but not too rich. It's a nice dark chocolate. I don't mind that I layered it with some milk chocolate. It's basically just like an ooey gooey cake, underdone, brownie batter. That is exceptional. These are two of my favorite desserts I have ever had on a cruise. Wow.
The beautiful Carnival Radiance and to have fun. Yes, we all did it. We all saw it. It means it has to happen.
I left the ship show a little early to make it to the limelight, and I'm glad I did. I made it to the comedy show about 20 minutes early, and it was already standing room only. This was the line for pizza after 11 p.m. and I honestly feel like the line stayed long all day. And this was the line for hamburgers, hot dogs, etc. Also quite long. Good evening once again. Why did I say that like a game show host? Good evening. I'm in bed, y'all. And I actually, you know what, speaking of game show, I actually do have a very special guest. My Invisalign trays. I made the mistake of putting these in before doing our little unwind on the first day, kind of like we do at the end of days. And I refuse to take them out. More or less, I refuse to get out of bed to take them out. So here we are. You're welcome. This will never happen again, I hope. Anyway, let's get into it. Day 1, Carnival Radiance. We are going to start with a lot of the positives. So boarding was very easy today because of my friends that helped make it a more expedited fashion. Even though I was between 11 and 11:30, it was still very crowded at the terminal. And both sides of the line, I did not get video of it this time just because everything happened so fast. Both sides of the terminal were very densely packed. And it did not seem to be moving that quickly. But once you get through that main checkpoint, they check your passport and you go through security, it moves very, very fast. So for me, that was a major positive just because I did not have to wait that long and I was on the ship very, very quickly. Number 2, it's a really beautiful ship. You can sense and feel how new it is. And I really enjoy the finishes. I love the turquoise and the aqua and the blues and the greens mixed with the neutral tones. It's very beautiful in this ship. Very, very beautiful. Another huge positive. So far, the food has been really good. I've only had one thing that I really did not, it's not that I didn't like it, I just don't have to have it again, and that was going to be the pork chop that I had at dinner tonight, which is a little on the dry side. But these desserts, okay, the elderflower vanilla cake was not the fantasy that I was hoping for, but the other ones were fabulous, especially those last 2 chocolate ones, like the mousse and then that chocolate mound of goodness. Oh my biscuits. I'm in trouble when it comes to those. I have to avoid that at all costs. So the food has been great. Sail away, here's what I've learned, y'all, and I think y'all already know this, especially my cruise experts out there. Once you've seen one sail away, you've seen them all, especially on the Carnival cruises. They are quite literally all the same. You know what to expect. The cruise director will come out. They will introduce the other personnel and the other team members. The Cat in the Hat and Thing 1 and Thing 2 will come out. You'll do the cha-cha slide, maybe the electric shuffle. That's not what it's called. And then follow the leader. They're all very much the same. And that doesn't mean that they're not fun. It's not a bad thing. It's just, it's predictable, which in some ways is a good thing. But then also, it also comes down to the cruise director. All the cruise directors are different. So, you know, the energy is going to be different. And Leah is wonderful. She is so fabulous. The cruise directors, I would love to just get to sit down with them and pick their brain and just get to learn about how they made it to where they are and how and just kind of what it took to get there. Because being a cruise director, you have to wear so many hats, as we've learned, and just to see how nuanced it becomes and how well they handle just kind of morphing in where they need to be, it's really spectacular to watch. So I've enjoyed that. Those are going to be a majority of the, oh, you know what? The hallways. The hallways to the cabins are, I think, the widest I've experienced yet. They feel very, very comfortable. And then also, this is the quietest room I have had. I'm shook. It has been so quiet. Not a lot of running, not a lot of yelling, not a lot of sound room to room. It has been lovely. And I don't know if it's because we're going slow, because Catalina isn't that far away from Long Beach, I believe, but it's also been very smooth. Not a lot of rocking, some rocking here and there, but nothing too violent, because like all of the cruise on the Firenze, you felt it the entire cruise. Oh, how could I forget the gym? Wow! The gym is beautiful. The gym, the spa area, the treatment area, the thermal room, the sauna, the steam room, the infrared sauna, they are all beautiful. I may go check to see what the price is to access all of those extras, because for one day, that'd be really, really nice, especially on the day in Ensenana. I could see myself spending a lot of time because I will not be getting off the ship in Ensenana. So that'd be a great way to spend my time. So I may have to see what that is. But yeah, I'm going to say that those are like the main positives that I'm going to take away from the cruise so far. Let's get into the flip side of this coin, the negatives. This ship is very crowded, and you feel all of it. This is where I need to do my research, and I did it. Firenze is the middle. Radiance is the smallest. So you have the Radiance, you have the Firenze, and then you have the Panorama, which I hear spectacular things about, and we already know that I loved my time on the Firenze. There weren't many moments on the ship so far today that I did not feel like it was very congested, and that was everywhere. That was whether it was on the pool deck or trying to get into the Limelight Theater to watch the comedy show, which I did stay for a little while. Maneuvering around into, the theater really wasn't that bad for the Welcome Aboard show. It really wasn't too bad, but it just feels very crowded everywhere I went. Lots of people, and it's just high energy. So I don't want to necessarily paint it negatively, but lots of high energy. And that was just kind of a lot. It felt very abrasive. So there was a moment where I was like, you know what, I just got to go to the room and just kind of get out of it for a little bit. So one of my goals tomorrow is going to continue to find, when I'm not at Catalina, some quiet nooks and some quiet spaces to see what we can do to hopefully try to find some quiet space to escape some of the crowds. That is not the Serenity area, which is also going to be very crowded. Catalina tomorrow, we do have to take a vessel to get to Catalina, so I don't know if I'm going to try to get a time early in the morning, or if I'm just going to wait until everybody that has a reserved time is off of the ship, kind of like what I did at Cabo. We're going to have to see. I'm going to play that by ear in the morning. But those are going to be the big things. Again, it's day one, so we still have a few days to go, and I'm not going to say that I dislike the ship by any means. It is a very young ship. There are a lot of kids, some more rambunctious than others, but as a whole, the ship is beautiful, the food is great, and I'm just excited to get to see what else is yet to come. So with that, it's time for bed biscuits. Tomorrow, Catalina, we have a couple options, and I'm just excited to get to explore a place that I have wanted to visit for so long. It's going to be cold, so we're going to have to bundle up, but it's going to be a great time. Until tomorrow, biscuits, good night, and I will see you in the morning. Bye.